Anyone who stumbled in, welcome. This is my channel home game. I just kind of speak into the internet void about things that I enjoy. It's very unedited. Um, and today I would like to talk about RPGs or TTRPGs that I would like to play in 2024. Now, for the most part, I own these or have direct access to these. So there are other tabletop games, tabletop RPGs that I'd like to play this year, but I tried to keep it small and things that I had, on my shelf or a file on my computer for. So, in no particular order, we have Index Card RPG. Um, this guy has a YouTube channel that's awesome, by the way. He does tips for any RPG for setting up and preparing, but Index Card RPG has this concept where you don't actually have a grid; you just use events that you go through. He doesn't uh, he doesn't use feet as often, um, so it's and his setting kind of goes across multiple genres. So his book, the master edition of his book, I own I own the digital copy, I own the paperback master edition, and I own the hardback awesome master edition. The paperback, I think I got it for like 16 bucks off Drive Through RPG, and I'm sure the PDF is pretty inexpensive. But they have a Weird West setting, um, and I really want to play a Weird West setting. I grew up on westerns, and I'd like to play, a twisted reality western setting. Um, so that would be the one thing that stands out. I'll try to include all these links in the description. Though I don't think I can post links, I can post the path and you can copy and paste it. So you can get it at modifius.net. You can also get it on Drive Through RPG. Easy D6. Easy D6 kind of. It's written by a guy who calls himself DM Scotty. He's got a YouTube channel for DM Scotty. He he just went to a D6 system and he rethought things from a narrative perspective. He tried to take out some of the crunchy mechanics. And aside from just loving the artwork throughout the book, he has some interesting thoughts on how to keep the game flowing and keep it fun. His book, I think I have his book of quests and his base rule book. I bought the hardbound copies, and I think they're like 40 bucks a piece. But they're worth it. Um, if you want to try something new. He has a paperback version too, of course, and he's got a PDF version. I think when I bought the hardback, I got the PDF version. I may have helped kickstart it. That's where I got it from. So the D6 system. I've never played a game with a D6 system, at least not in my adult life. When I was very young, I may have played a game with a D6 system, an RPG. But I'd be interested how accepting my normal one of my normal gaming groups would be of that type of play. And it's still a little crunchy. It's definitely not the lightest weight RPG that I have on this list. Call of Cthulhu. I've never played Call of Cthulhu. I've never played any World of Darkness setting, honestly. What I like, one of the things that stand out that makes me kind of want to try this is it's modern and it's not like you're not a superhero doing outrageously amazing things from my understanding. You're a regular person just kind of trying to slip into insanity last. Like And it has an insanity mechanic, which I'd be interested in seeing how it functions. But I believe I have the digital copy of the starter set. But if I were to run it, I'd probably look into just buying the physical copy. But I guess I could see what comes in it. I don't know what this costs off the top of my head, and I didn't look it up, so I apologize. Native 2E. I kickstarted this, and I think it was around $40. Again, this is a stripped down, no class system RPG, and I think the digital copy I just got the final copy, the final draft of the digital copy. I don't think the book's slated for printing for like 3 more months. But I love when you open up a book and the rules are so light that it seems like the book is mostly just roll tables. So this is a book that even if you weren't running Knave, you could probably pick it up and flip through the roll tables and come up with ideas for whatever RPG you are running. So that interests me. The fact that there's no class system interests me. It's kind of just you have stuff, and that determines what you can do, I believe. If someone's wrong, you can scream at me in the comments. But I believe that's how that works. I haven't like dug my teeth deep into it yet, but I got the book on the way, so I'd really like to play it. I played a game called Knaves, Caves, and Staves one time, which I believe is like a precursor to that. Cairn. I think I'm gonna be running. I'm gonna be running Cairn in like 3 weeks. It is a very rules light RPG. It's simple. It's lightweight, and it's free. You can get the digital copy for free on Drive Through RPG. You just go there and say I want it, and you have it. There's also a website, which is the website that I'll link um, in my description, which just has all of the Cairn information cataloged for you to thumb through at your leisure. It's all just free. um, this is a very lightweight system. Uh, it has it has 3 attributes, so it has no classes. They have some kits in the book that you could print out if you don't want to pick your items individually to decide what you do. So you can have like a cleric kit or a thieves kit. Um, the the inventory is just size based. So you have 10 slots, um, and when they're full, you can't carry anything anymore. When anybody can use magic, but it causes like fatigue, which takes up inventory slots. So it's a really good inventory management system that's unique to this. I feel like this would be amazing for one shots because making a character is going to be super fast. So you wouldn't need to prepare weeks ahead of time with everybody to develop a character. Like if you were going to make a 5th level character for D&D 5e, if you have roll 20 and all the assets, and or not roll 20, but D&D Beyond and all the assets, yeah, it'd be super quick. And if people were familiar with it, it'd be super quick. But if you brought in 5 people unfamiliar with D&D 5e and we're trying to run a one shot, you'd be doing a bunch of prep work, or you would just be handing them character sheets that you created yourself. With this, people can show up, create a character, and I believe you would be in like half an hour. You would be playing the game. But I'm gonna see how well it's gonna work. Like I said, I'm gonna run it in like 3 weeks. I'm converting Beware the Yule Cat over to the Cairn system, and I'll see how it runs. But I feel like I'm gonna love this for one shots, and I'm really looking for some lighter weight systems to play anyway. A friend in my gaming group has this, and I have a copy of the rule book. and the artwork looks amazing. Like, just go to image search for Dragonbane RPG and just thumb through the artwork. It is this like dark matte finish work. Like, it looks gritty, and it's a little ridiculous in the fact that you have this character here that looks like he's inspired by Darkwing Duck, but it's in this super gritty, serious looking artwork. I mean, you get to play a duck character, and it is a roll under system, which I haven't played too many of those. Karen is also a roll under system, but so I'm interested to see the difference in feel with Dragonbane, and someone else is going to run it, so that's a bonus too for me. I get to play it, and I don't have to run it. Number 7, this is just like, from what I understand, and I don't know nearly enough about this, is this is like early D&D. Before I started, I kind of started in 2E, but I did very little, and then I really cut my teeth on 3.5. So I haven't played the early D&D, and I might be completely wrong. Maybe this has some updated stuff in it. I'm just unaware of it. I have a copy of the book. I haven't sat down and read through the book, but I'd like to play an older version of D&D just to say that I have. Another nice thing about this is you can go to DriveThruRPG and get a free watermarked PDF of this. So there's there's literally no reason not to play it if you want to, because you can go get a free copy of it from DriveThruRPG. I bought my physical copy off Amazon, which is like a double-edged sword because you can get a drastically discounted price on Amazon for a lot of stuff. But if you go through other websites, sometimes they throw in a free PDF, which I started noticing after I started buying off Amazon. Viking Death Squad, besides being just an awesome name, this one's also put up by Runehammer Games. Runehammer Games published Viking Death Squad, Easy D6, and Index Card RPG. He has some other stuff too. And like I said, this guy's channel, track it down because this guy's awesome. This book, well, what the interesting things that kind of make me want to play it are, they have this you can be a normal person with 1 hit point and build armor so you don't die super quick. Or you can be an immortal, but there's a very limited number of immortals, and they're more stout than regular humans. But if all the immortals die, then the world implodes. Like, you lose. There's no more playing it in that setting. It's like you're starting over. So everybody can be immortals, but if you all die, then you got to reboot your world and start over. So there's some good role playing that can happen there, because it can be like, well, this immortal comes to help you, but you also got to make sure you protect this guy or woman or whatever. And um, so yeah, they're stout and they're badass, but if they go down, that's one more tick towards the absolute end of the world. Also, it's not medieval fantasy, which I've been playing nothing but medieval fantasy for a long time, so I'd like to kind of dip my toes in some other stuff this year. And I think it's like post-apocalyptic. So one thing that's interesting of note of this game. The creator of this game listened to Black Sabbath War Pigs, and then he just built an RPG based off the song. So he's just like, yeah, you can make an RPG out of anything that inspires you. He just listened to Black Sabbath and then wrote what he thought was an awesome RPG for it. I have the PDF and the physical copy of this. The artwork in this is awesome. I mean, this guy's artwork in general. He releases packs for these little index card size drawings to use with index card RPG, and I think I bought I bought like a space one. I never intend to use it, but I just love his artwork. I bought like four of those packs, and if you do it through Drive Through RPG, they when if he ever updates them with more stuff, like he's gone back and done standees for things that he's released before, you just get those for free when he does it. They just automatically appear in your library. So that's awesome. I mean, I can't say enough good things about this guy. His name is I don't want to get it wrong. But he's awesome, and he's Runehammer Games. Run him down on YouTube. The last one's a bit of a cheat, I think, and I'll own it. Um, because it's I mean it's a board game, but it has heavy RPG or like TTRPG type elements in it. Though I don't think you're gonna role play as much as you would in like Dungeons and Dragons or any other thing on the list. But you could you could ham it up a bit. I played this when I was a kid, and then when they re-released it, I kept my eye on the price until it got down to like $90 for the base set, and I grabbed it. You know, I had a gift card for Christmas laying around, and I threw that at it, and then ponied up the rest of the money. Um, and I have 9 expansions for this thing. They're sitting over here on my shelf. I have 9 expansions for this thing at this point too, and I have not even begun to play the base set. So I'd really like to start digging into this year. I have a decent amount invested in it, and I would like my friends to enjoy it as much as I think I'm going to enjoy it, and regularly come over here and play this. I know all of these things that I just listed have serious time commitments, but and on top of this, I have a friend of mine bought Gloomhaven, and we haven't started playing that yet. I bought the I forget the actual title for. I bought the precursor to Gloomhaven, which is like Into the Lion's Den or something along those lines. I don't. I'm sure I'm wrong. Um, so we want to play that. In all of these games, it's like if we just played everything I have for Hero Quest, it would take us a while. So I'd like to start digging into this. I mean, I think this Heroes Quest is worth it for the minis, almost worth it for the minis. But um, just for nostalgia purposes, I had to get this. The nice thing is that if I only had like me and 2 other people, there's an app there's a free app to download. So I have it on my Chromebook. I could just open that up, and we don't need any kind of GM to guide us. The app is supposed to do it for you. So at least, I mean, I got that going for me. I could be a lonely kid by myself on the kitchen table playing Hero Quest with the app, I suppose. But I'd rather get 2 or 3 friends over here to help out. So I got Index Card RPG, Easy D6, Call of Cthulhu, Glaive 2E, Cairn. Cairn also has a 2E playtest going on right now. If you go to this website, you can look at their 2E playtest and hop in on that. Dragonbane, which is like big over in Europe, I believe. It's like it's bigger than D&D over there, I believe. Uh, I've not like independently checked these facts, but that's my understanding of it. Uh, White Box, which is like old school D&D, it's OSR, I believe. Viking Death Squad. With Viking Death Squad would probably be the hardest for me to get people to the table for, just because it's so different from anything we've ever played. And then my cheat at the end, Hero Quest. So if you see, if I said anything is just blatantly wrong, feel free to blow up the comments, I suppose. And let me know what you want to play or if any of these sound interesting to you. Thanks for listening. Catch you next time.